enlisted in 1982, a graduate of Anniston High School. Total military service is approximately 26 years, 20 years active, 6 years reserve. I've had several assignments while in the military, but I've had 2 combat tours of duty, one on active duty and one as a reservist called up. I served Fort Benning, Georgia, Fort Riley, Kansas, Johnson Atoll, which is also called Johnson Island, which is 715 miles off of the islands of Oahu in Hawaii. It's in between Hawaii and Guam. I've had tour of service for 3 years in Germany and Redstone Arsenal stateside. I was the first MOS was a 55 Bravo, and I was in the PRP program, which is Personal Reliability Program, selected by the military to serve in Johnson Island. Johnson Island is a place where the Army chemical stockpile was stored, and that was also the site where they tested the first demilitarization plant, and I was part of that. And we primarily inventoried, safe kept the Army stockpile, to include mustard, Agent Orange, Lewisite, and several different types of munitions. And I was there for approximately 18 months. With the 1st Infantry Division, I deployed to Iraq in 90 and 91. That was the first campaign where Saddam invaded Kuwait. And President Bush ordered us to go over there and defend the territory of Kuwait. We landed in Saudi, and our first mission was to set up living conditions for incoming troops and to establish forward training facilities, because we had to get all the ammunition, personnel, and equipment staged in the right position before we actually conducted combat operations. And we did that for several months. And once we completed that task and we got the order to breach the perimeter, then I had the opportunity to travel into Kuwait and Iraq. As the Iraqi army tried to flee on that highway, we was there to supply the ammunition for the combat soldiers to be prepared for the soldiers fleeing on the highway of death from Kuwait. When we breached the perimeter and the enemy forces was just giving up at will, everybody was like, we haven't fired a shot, and which was a blessing for us, because you don't want any loss of life. But the Air Force and the constant bombardment we could hit every night, they did an amazing job. They just did an amazing job, and they saved a lot of American lives. One morning on March the 3rd, after we had came back from convoy operations, I was in the TOC. I was the first sergeant, and I was going back to my living area. We had trailers set up. You could hear the commotion going on outside, and I opened the door, and while I was standing in the doorway, an incoming round landed in our encampment right in front of me. It blew me back into my trailer, over my bed, into the wall. And I had on my DAP, which is my battle gear, my bulletproof vest and everything. And it blew me into the wall, and the ringing in my ears, and it take you a couple of seconds to regroup and compose yourself. So I got all my combat gear, but while I was doing that, I could hear people screaming, "Get fire extinguisher, fire, fire." So this time, when I exited with my weapon and my battle gear, I also grabbed my fire extinguisher. And as I opened the door, I could see the blade. And while I was squeezing my fire extinguisher, I looked to my right and I saw another service member on the ground, and he had injuries to his lower legs. So I went down and said, "Are you all right? You all right?" He said, "My legs hurt." And I said, "Hey, let's get you to the bunker, because there could be some more rounds coming in." So I picked him up, fireman carry. At that time, I weighed about 188, and my gear was 100 pounds, and he had his gear and his weapon. I didn't hesitate. I actually picked this guy up, put him on my shoulder like fireman carry, and started walking to the safe area. I got maybe halfway there, and my body collapsed from his weight, and then I just drug him the rest of the way. And when I got him into the bunker, I performed first aid on him. That following morning, after everything had calmed down, when I got out, my back was hurting. I had excruciating pain, and then I thought maybe I just pulled a muscle. When I got to the VA facility here, not only did I know I had tore 2 of my vertebrae in my back, I also damaged my cervical spine as well. And over the years, it has deteriorated to the point where I had to get surgery. Now I have, I just had a lumbar discectomy on my L4 and L5, and like I say, the surgery went well. And the third week, then I caught staph infection that they labeled as sepsis, and it got in my bloodstream and traveled to all my muscle groups. I was 223 pounds when I went in the hospital for my back surgery. When my wife brought me home, I was 143. The Letterman of the USA has been fantastic. I was able to get in touch with them by my social worker at the VA, who's helping me with financial management and other personal issues that have occurred due to the fact that I'm now unemployable. And I lost 2 good paying jobs. I used to work for FedEx Express during the day, and I worked at the Honda Motor Company at night. So I had 2 well paying jobs, able to take care of my manly duties at the house and provide for my family. Day to day, month to month, finance is a serious burden, and the Letterman of the USA stepped up to help me take care of my power bill. Once the Letterman of the USA got involved, they didn't ask no questions, no red tape. Mr. Bell, what do you need? This is my account number at Alabama Power. They verified it. They verified I was a veteran. Took care of it on the spot. Unlike these other agencies, I've come across so much red tape, and then when they got you jumping through hoops to try to get benefits. I intend to make a donation back to the Letterman USA because they saved me and my family. They help keep the lights on, and I'm really grateful. I would like to personally take this time to thank the Letterman of the USA with all my heart for everything you guys did for me and my family. I cannot tell you how grateful I am.